We prepare for birth with baby showers, birthing plans, and doulas who guide us into life. But when it comes to death, silence, fear, denial, awkwardness, confusion. What if I told you there's someone who can walk beside you and your family in those sacred final moments? Not to cure, but to comfort. Not to fix, but to witness. This is the work of an end-of-life doula. And today, here on the Life Doula Podcast, we're shedding light on this powerful role, why it matters, how it complements hospice care, and why every goodbye deserves intention, peace, and presence. So let's start from the beginning. What is an end-of-life doula? What exactly do end-of-life doulas do? So an end-of-life doula is a non-medical support person trained, certified to walk alongside individuals and families during one of life's most sacred and emotional transitions, the end of life. We're not doctors. Some of us are nurses, but most are not. We are companions, witnesses, listeners. We hold space for the emotional, spiritual, and practical needs of the dying and their loved ones. Some doulas assist in early planning, like preparing your advanced care directives, legacy letters, and even final wishes. Others are present even in the final days, offering vigil presence, calming touch, prayer, music, poetry reading, and oftentimes silence. We also work with families, helping them feel less afraid, less alone, and more connected to the moment. In short, an end-of-life doula brings intentionality, compassion, and sacred pause to a process that's too often rushed or avoided. Now, why does it matter that you work with an end-of-life doula? Now, you might be wondering, do we really need this? Isn't this what hospitals or hospices already do? That's a great question, and here's the honest answer. The medical system is built to treat, and there's nothing wrong about it. The medical system is built to extend life, to fix. But dying isn't something you fix. It's something you accept and you honor. End-of-life doulas step in where the medical model often stops, when the goal is no longer to cure, but to care. And here's why it matters. We give families permission to slow down. We help ease the fear of the unknown. We create space for conversations that often go unspoken. What do you need? What do you want to leave behind? Who do you need to be by your side? Or who do you need to forgive or be forgiven? Dying can be sacred, meaningful, and even beautiful when there is planning, when there's support. The benefits to the patient and the family. For the patient, end-of-life doulas like me bring a calm, non-judgmental presence. Someone who isn't afraid to talk about death. End-of-life doulas are those that are agreeable to touch, breath, or a voice and ritual that can soothe and ground. To the patient, it's a support to create or complete legacy projects, like letters, videos to children or grandchildren, or a playlist that they want to create, a blessing or ceremonies, even simple storytelling. For the family, end-of-life doulas bring guidance on what to expect physically and emotionally. A steady companion during vigil hours, especially when they feel helpless. Or End-of-life doulas provide tools to process anticipatory grief. They're the relief from decision fatigue. We offer clarity, not pressure. We help loved ones be present instead of panicking. And that in itself is healing. Now you may wonder, how does it complement hospice or a home care? Now let's talk about end-of-life doulas working alongside hospice, because we're not here to replace anyone. Hospice provides medical care, nurses, pain management, and clinical oversight. End-of-life doulas provide non-medical care, emotional, spiritual, and practical support. We feel the in-between moments. In a hospice facility, we may sit with a patient during long hours when a staff can't, or we offer guided meditation or music, or be the presence that helps families process what's happening. Now, in a home care setup, we might help create a calm, sacred space, using aromatherapy, using the right lighting, and music. We also provide respite for the love givers who take care of the loved ones who are dying. We hold vigil, offering comfort and presence through the final breath. Or we help the family elevate the dying experience by creating activities for the families to be able to spend more time with the patient, whether it's gathering relatives or friends, or even holding life celebrations. Hospice and doulas working together creates a full circle model of care, mind, body, spirit, and heart. If today's conversation stirred something in you, if you're navigating this tender season with someone you love, or even thinking ahead for yourself, I want you to know you don't have to do it alone. As an end-of-life doula myself, I hold space for individual and families walking this sacred path. Whether it's creating a plan, making sense of the emotions, or simply being present when words fall short. This is the heart of what I do, of what we do. If you're curious about what that support can look like, you're welcome to reach out. I'd be honored to walk beside you. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. Death is not just an ending. It's a passage, a deeply human experience that deserves care, presence, and love. Whether you're a love giver or someone facing end of life yourself, or simply someone who wants to live with more intention, I hope this episode reminds you that you don't have to walk any part of this journey alone. As a life doula, I hold space for tender transitions. If your heart is nudging you to learn more, you'll find me just a message away. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, and remember, there is beauty even in death. You've been listening to the Life Doula Podcast. I'm Charity. See you in the next brave conversation.